Sure,
Yeah.
you had like figure like Montgomery and Patton. But you always got to have it, but he was able to get them to work. And one reason he and Arthur Tedder were actually like made the number one and number two of the supreme headquarters of the Allied Expeditionary Forces commanders. So they're the number one and number two. Was these guys? They understood logistics. They understood working together. They understood what is the amount of prep needed, and they did not really have any big nation bias or service bias. They did what
Definitely.
was needed, and I think one great thing of Eisenhower is when needed, he knew to make the right decision.
Yeah.
For example, targeting the French infrastructure in the build-up to Overlord was something that the British were against.
He took a lot
But
of
he
heat
said,
from Churchill for that one. Yeah.
yeah, but he insisted that it was
Mm.
needed so that until we mass our forces in Normandy, this will slow down the panzers.
Yeah. And he was absolutely
It was
right.
the correct move.
Yeah. It was a hard
His
decision, and
broad,
he made hard decisions a lot. Yeah.
yeah, and even in command, like people wanted Patton gone after the mid 1943. He kept him. Patton did well in the liberation of Western France. And
Yeah.
during the Battle of the Bulge,
Yeah.
his decision to keep Patton in the front lines really would pay off, even
Mhm.
when Bradley did not believe the severity of the initial attack.
Yeah. And I can't think of anybody that could have helped ferment the coalition between the Americans, British, French, and other Allied forces other than Eisenhower. The fact that Eisenhower would become president of the United States, I think, says a lot about his character. And I think he was just such a great leadership figure that there wasn't anybody else that could have filled those shoes. Like Marshall, for example, I do think it was a good choice that Eisenhower was the one who would actually fill those shoes in the end. Other than that, I
Yeah,
think the
I
criticisms
think,
against him are minimal.
well, it's just only Montgomery who's one of his biggest critics, and that's because
Yeah.
Montgomery wanted to go for Berlin